Welcome, brawlers. I'm the Hermit, and this is the -11 days for Age of Eternities release. Today we're not gonna be having any action, and instead we're gonna be trying to build some decks around our new legends from the upcoming set. I'm thinking we're gonna be starting with this one, which is not Ursa, but rather Memnon. See if I can put the image here. Here we have it. Our commander is gonna be Memnon, the right hand. For 3 and double blue, get a legendary jellyfish advisor 3/4. It has flying, and you may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast artifact spells from the top of your library. Artifacts you control have tap to add 1 blue mana. Spend this mana only to cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand. So with this deck, with this commander, what we want to do is we are gonna try to cast spells from other than our hand. That means we're gonna be wanting cards with Fortel. So it coming, Riven Form, and Epiphany, Hold'em Multiverse. We are also gonna want to have artifacts that can tap, so maybe let's get into that. Ether Spellbomb, Moonsnare Prototype, Tome of Gatwick. Yeah, that's a good one. And oh, so this was a deck that I was trying to make with Ursa, not the one that I used as a placeholder. But we still can take advantage of all of this. Not you, and you. Tormod script, no. Up there also no, since this gives the ability to tap for our creatures. I think it's best if we get only ones that are not to our artifacts. We need ones that are not creatures. Or maybe creatures with haste like Gingerbrute. Dragonfire Blade is gonna give us +3, +2/+2, and hexproof from monocolored, but it will cost 3 mana to equip to our commander. Causes Hammer, bit too pricey. Chromatic Star and Sphere, so we can crack them. Get another draw. Defense Grid. Howling Man should be coming around here. Sapphire Medallion is the one we want. We also might be cautious about artifacts that have tap abilities, unless they're mana abilities, because we want to tap them to use mana for artifacts from the top of our library or for any cards from somewhere else. Winter Moon, obviously. Palantir. Forge, it has a tap ability, but also it allows us to cast colorless spells from the top. The Ether Spark, yeah, this can work. We're gonna be having flying, so should we make this not so much control as more a Voltron deck? Maybe. I guess that's a possibility since this allows us to cast our equipment from the top. And if we get Paradox Engine, I think we might need to get Reservoir as well. Get Sundering Titan, Portal to Phyrexia. We should also look at for Liberator. And we're gonna the artifact and go for cast from the top. Rather, let's just put cast from. Case of the Lost Witness, maybe we play this with Feeble Tip as well. Maybe not. Reality Chip. Equipment Jellyfish. We are also going to be playing cast from a graveyard with flashback, maybe. Definitely. Where's Snapcaster? Let's look for flashback. Twice. Deep analysis. And because of the way it's worded, we can actually use the mana for Memory Deluge. So let's play it. What's the other? Jumpstart. One, seek a card with start your engines, seek an on-land card. We would need more start your engines, and I don't think we might play that, so. Now we're gonna get our instants. Or actually, let's get our lands first. Seagate Restoration, and Cavern of Souls. Device. Infinity. So we're gonna get Thoughtcast, MG, Thought Monitor. Got down a couple extra lands to 36. Mobile is gonna be around removing our opponent's abilities. We're gonna get Cyclonic. Counter spells. We need to put them as separate, two separate words, and we get more than the regular one. 3 steps ahead, we can copy an artifact as well. Wash away. So is this gonna do it? Hmm. Definitely want Cemetery Illuminator. When it enters or attacks, exile a card from your graveyard. Then once each turn you may cast from the top. Also, the Lunar Whale, I think it's called from Final Fantasy. Okay, but with the multiverse it's kind of expensive, but can see if it makes the cut. I don't see the whale one. Right here, the Lunar Whale. You may look at the top card of your library. As long as the Lunar Whale has attacked this turn, you may play the top card. Top may play. At the terminal cabinet, if we draw an instant sorcery, what we would need more instant sources which we can play, maybe extra turns. So let's keep it like this for now, and then we'll play some more later and see if we make some adjustments. We have ramp, counter spells, and a couple of win conditions. I think it's worth a try. So let's get to the next one. And we're gonna change our commander here. Our commander is Sir Vondam, Sunstar Exemplar. One more we get for 1 black and 1 white. We get a 2/2 legendary human knight. He has vigilance and menace. Whenever another creature you control dies or is put into exile, put a +1/+1 counter on Sir Vondam, and you gain 1 life. When he dies or is put into exile while its power is 4 or greater, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. So what should we do with you? Maybe we are blink. Failure for sure. Demerit for sure. Fortune. Guardian of Kirapur. Touch the Spirit Realm, we can use it as removal, and also a blink. Dion Bahamut's dominant. I kinda like it because our commander is a knight. So it's gonna get flying during our turn. And Vigilance minus flying essentially means he's unblockable. Let's get Lesel. Get away Glamour also can destroy a target creature if no other creature has greater power. Flicker of Fate and Fleeting Spirit. The Spirit we can essentially discard a card to trigger our... maybe that's not that good. Yeah, because whenever we get this, we're gonna be getting a trigger, which is a counter and gaining 1 life. Which honestly is not the best. So maybe we need an Aristocrats deck. 8 and okay. And we obviously want repeatable tokens. So Scrap Smite. We're gonna get Peter Blossom when we get to... maybe we'll also play Knights. It's not a bad sub theme. Deckist of Talent. Maybe, yeah, we also want wedding announcement. Giving the +1/+1 might help with the destroying non-land. Guess we went to Wandering Emperor. Should be here. Mirror. Expect Storm Slayer for flying and counters tokens. Bitter Blossom. We could play black market connections, but it's a really powerful card, so I tend to be cautious about playing those. Thinking we will also want sacrifice outlets and maybe cards that creatures that have 1/1s, when they enter they draw a card or they make our opponent discard. The general. Art removal. All the way down we get, and we should making exile target non-land. It's a speed, Rite of Oblivion. We sacrifice a non-land, scope free a token, and we exile target non-land. Get Serlin so we can reanimate our commander. If we want to destroy something, we can sacrifice him. And then we get a destroy, and we can reanimate him. So maybe we also need return with mana value. Helping Hand, for sure. Tilted Away can get the Vondam. Extraction Specialist. All of the Death Dweller. Likely Dirge, Sonia Nightmare. Squall. Can stay away. It gives, if this creature would die, exile instead, but we're fine with that. We also get the trigger. Call a Surprise Witness, we return it with flying, 7 reclamation. Return Triumphant, he becomes a hero. Well, he gets a hero token, a hero roll, which means whenever he attacks, if it has power or toughness, I don't remember. If it has toughness 0 less, put a counter on it so it grows and grows until he's 4, which is the ideal power for him. Sacrifice. Okay, we want you and you because you're gonna be putting counters. I guess also invasion. Annihilate Enclair and Eaten Alive. It might be useful. Killer's rights, deadly dispute. Sure, let's get children in it. Sephiroth. And what's the name of the Ghost Trader or Soul Trader? Now let's look for night synergies. Right, I think we only care about Radical Zealot. And here we have Helenda, which might be a commander that works in a similar vein to Sir Vondam, except it doesn't have the destroy target non-land clause, which is honestly might be better for your experience, because destroying something is really powerful, so maybe he goes into higher brackets than Helenda. But no, I don't think we want Bona. And maybe we should keep a spot for Arbat. He grows and grows, and even in the graveyard he grows. So now there's counter. It's gonna draw us a card. Ossification is removal. Shelter by Ghost can be useful because it grows our commander. So even if he dies and they get their stuff back, we may destroy something else. And I think I missed Loyal Companion. Oh, maybe I was mistaking it for... Yes, it's Spirited Companion. Loyal is that one. Loyal Warhound. When it enters, you may take a basic planes, put it on the field if your opponent controls more lands than you. There are also a couple of here. The Vampire, when it enters. Leon Zealot. And let's get the squirrel. Pretty much the same, but it revolves around starting intensity, which means if we have multiple, or in this case, if we reanimate the same one over and over, we get to start drawing more and more. This leg doesn't look finished. It's definitely needs some testing. Right. Put a counter. Dark Aspirant, and I think that's it. Maybe Careless Snare. Removal, and it can give us the counters to grow our commander. Bennett doesn't seem like a bad option. I really like when she transforms and she's indestructible and buffs something every combat. So even though it's expensive, it can come in clutch. So we should cut a couple of lands. Two. And if we need another cut, I'm thinking middle. Maybe not. Garden of Girapur. Okay. So this is the first version of the deck. Let's see how it does, and then we'll try to make some adjustments and obviously put out the gameplay video when release comes. The Agamemnon. So for our final one today, I think I want to do Tannuk. Let's get the card here. So this is gonna be Tannuk Memorial Ensign. It's a Kabu pilot, 2/4, 4/1 generic, 1 red and 1 green, and he has landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, Tannuk deals 1 damage to each opponent. If this is a second time this ability has resolved, draw a card. So let's begin with the lands. Sacrifice. What I'm thinking for this one, it's gonna be maybe a land destruction deck. So, and we're gonna be trying to play lands from our graveyard. And since we have Wasteland, maybe it will become even better. Stormfront. I think that's the one that we cannot use. Same here. Red. Okay, so 3 of them. Where is Cavern of Soul? Well, I guess. Alright, we put in Sacrifice first. And let's get our regular elements. Tannuk doesn't have to attack, so Arena of Glory is not gonna be useful. Sonic Eruption, it's land destruction, but kind of the bad version. They get to search for a basic. Circulate. Okay. Seven and 7, so maybe we cut some of the non-basics. In basics. Okay. That seems like a good number. So let's get lands from the graveyards. Summon Titan, Lomra, Green Warden, and notably Ancient Green Warden allows us to play just one land and get that Tannuk triggered right away. Oh, yeah, I was selecting it, but you saw Rydia, our fake commander for today, instead of actual Tannuk, so my bad. Okay, what else? Additional lands. Loot, explore. Susa Dryad. Case of the Locked Hothouse. When we have 7 or more lands, it becomes solved, and once it's solved, you may look at the top card of your library at any time, and you may play lands and cast creatures and enchantments from the top. Oracle of Moldaya, Shaya, Escape, Box, Sword. Walls of Rage. It deals X damage to any target, then you may put X lands from your hand and or graveyard to the battlefield tab. Let's got some more basics. And destroy target land. Open Ruin Blaster, Stone Rain. Yeah, let's get everyone here. Acidic Slime is an oldie but a goodie. And let's get the fungus. It can only destroy artifact or enchantment, but we can also use it to ram. Creeping Mold. And the rest is gonna be 1 and 2 mana removal spells, I think. Maybe. No, not removal, maybe ramp. Okay, let's search for land. What's the one with forage? I don't remember the name. Well, it's not Searchy Seek, right? And Love Rats. Fire Magic. Brother Husseins. Fear of the Gods. What's the one with cycling? Sweltering Sounds. There we go. Take some planeswalkers, namely Chandra. This one allows us to copy our land destruction, Hope's Beacon. And Awakened Inferno, just another Wrath. I don't think we need Torture of Defiance here. But maybe Koth can get... Actually, let's play her, since it can give us some mana right away. Some removal. Braid for artifacts as well as cast into the fire. You can remove 2 small creatures or exile an artifact. Suplex, I've been having good time playing Success. Suplex. And Landfall. One build, we want the cup. Tifa, Nisa, Hydra, Scoutsorn, Tireless Provisioner, Tireless Tracker, Rampaging Pylos, we don't get 1s and 2s in green. Let's see what we could use. Razer, Kami, Halfling, Kami of Bamboo Grubs. Success many journeys. What else? Another form of ramp, Flora Hydrant. Let's actually play Cylinder Vines. Whenever our opponent casts a non-creature, it deals 1 damage to them, and then we can sacrifice it to get artifact or enchantment out of the way. Ascended Animist, Season of Gathering are gonna help us deal with enchantments. And let's see what else. What do we need to cut here? For this one, I don't want to cut lands, 40 lands. Okay, 41, it's a bit much, but 40 is just enough, I think. Since we are wanting to play green, I think we got full of red, edges, and let's see what else doesn't make it here. We took out 12, so I think hooks and you and you. Waking the Trolls I like because it's a win con. We can destroy target land, then put a land from a graveyard onto the battlefield under our control. Either ours or the one we destroy from opponent. Then choose target opponent. If they control fewer lands, we make 4/4 equal to the difference, and they have trample. Green Warden might be a little bit much or a little bit costly, but he does give us a bunch of triggers. We need Midweaver Puck. So maybe we got all the land destruction. If we do, it would be enough. Or maybe we got some of the stuff right here. Some of the landfall. Sword, it's actually costs 5. Yeah, these are very expensive, so. Okay, let's turn down the land destruction and see how this deck does. Then we can come back. See what we can cut from it. We keep a little bit, but not everything. Almost nothing, actually. So let's leave that like that for now. And we're gonna, once the set releases, we're gonna try it and see if we can actually use the land destruction package. For now, I think this is the end of today's video, and let me know if you want to see a particular deck build, or if you like to watch these deck building videos. For the meantime, I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye.